So getting a girl to pay attention and like it can be hard. You becoming her obsession is even trickier. To make a girl become obsessed with you, you have to get into her brain and her heart by being her hero, making her laugh, making her feel special. You need to tell her your efforts to the girl in question, and keeping these basic principles in mind, it should give you a rough idea of where to start. So the first thing on this list is don't fly too deep into the friend zone. So when you are doing the rest of the things that I'm about to mention in this video, you have to be careful not to overdo it, because women want you to know and think about them and also talk about them too. Always, but not too much that you stop being special and you kind of become a regular friend to her. So definitely tone it down a little bit. Be friendly with her without always being too available, so you don't end up becoming her driver when she wants to go to the market, or her worker when she wants to, someone to do some errands for her. Girls love guys who are a bit mysterious, so try and cultivate a little bit of mystery into what you're doing. Don't always pick up the phone or let on about where you're going, what you're going to be doing this weekend, everything you're going to be doing. Be honest, but not always totally upfront, because that's how you will manage to get yourself into the head of this girl. It's because you have rattled her mind a little bit. You took her off her routine. This is essentially what makes her think about you. You should make yourself different from other guys. You should present to her a side of mystery that others don't really show. So the second thing on this list is listen to her when she talks and later show her that you actually listen to her. Okay, so this is stupid easy, but many guys tend to forget about it and fail to be a good listener. So when one of my exes and I were dating, we were kind of a long distance relationship, and what surprised me most was that we would have conversations that last for probably an hour or two, and later she would remember one little detail about something that I said in that conversation. It really blew my mind. I always wondered, how did she do that? How did she listen to me so clearly that she actually heard the words that I was saying and tapped in, remember something about them, and then probably in the next 6 months she brought it up in a conversation? And that would really dazzle me up and make me think about her, because it kind of felt like a favor, and I would be wanting to return the favor by kind of listening to her and then trying to remind her of something that she told me earlier or something like that. I also wanted her to know that I was also thinking about her, and then I started listening to what she was saying way more intensely because I didn't really want to miss anything. So for example, I told her my birthday just once and she never asked me again and gave me so many presents on that day. She knew my phone number offhand. Like, I didn't really know my phone number offhand when she did that. And there were a bunch of other things that I was sure I told her just once or twice, and she always remembered it and mentioned it. Maybe so many months later she would talk about it or cooked what I mentioned as my favorite meal some months ago. It still gives me some warm fuzzies to think about that she really remembered that much detail. It made me realize that she was thinking about me on a level that wasn't just surface or physical. She was actually listening to me when I spoke. It really matters, guys. Listening is a very important thing, whether it's just a fling or a serious relationship. And if you're getting any value from this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button. It will help this video reach even more people. The third thing on this list is pay more attention to how you look. Your guy friends probably don't care that you walk around in the same clothes that you play football in, but the girl of your dreams probably won't be very impressed. So here are traits that you can start doing right away to help you look much more better. So you should shower and shave always. Smell nice and look clean by showering and bathing regularly. Wear clothes that actually fit, not your older brother's clothes or your dad's clothes. Wear your own clothes that actually flatter your figure and brings out your figure much more. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Every guy needs a good pair of jeans, a fitting t-shirt, a simple but elegant collared shirt, and shoes to fit the occasion. So get in shape, lose that excess flab that you're calling big tummy. If you can turn it into muscles, it will be much better. Most girls like guys who have developed muscles that aren't so buff that they're intimidating. So find a sports league that you're interested in and go for it. You might even be able to impress your lady with your skills. So the fourth thing on this list is be charming. You must at least have some kind of charm to appeal to any woman. Most men are charming in a couple different ways, but here are some charming ideas that I need you to think about right now. So first of all, be a gentleman. I know this kind of sounds cliche, but it doesn't really mean any special thing. This means opening doors for her, paying for dates, and keeping your words. Girls love to feel that there's a gentleman that is around them that really cares about them. Be witty. Girls love guys who are great conversation. I don't know, I'll write it down here so that you can read it. So you should learn how to elegantly make fun of yourself. Be intelligent. You should do your best to be well read, informed about current affairs, and you have to be a little bit of curious. Women like men who are smart, but not too smart to make her look stupid. You don't have to prove her wrong always, just correct her when it's necessary. So the fifth thing on this list is don't be too pushy. It's a turn off when you are always around her, touching her and flirting with her, even when she's not interested and has shown no interest to you at all. So learn to give her the control, even if it's only the illusion of control. If a girl doesn't want to make out with you, for example, or have sex with you, don't force it out of her. That's obviously not the way that you're going to get her obsessed with you. You're totally going the opposite direction because she's going to detest you and not want to see you ever again. So instead, listen to her wishes, understand why she has them, and also respect them. You will get more bees with honey than you will with vinegar. Beat the urge to see her every day. Beat the urge to speak to her every day. It's a different thing if you're already in a relationship, whereby if you're just suddenly talking to her because I told you that you shouldn't see her every day, then it comes off as suspicious. But what I'm talking about is if you're still in the attraction stage, where you're likely still trying to get this girl to like you. So if you really want a girl to constantly think about you, don't be too available. Show your face once in a while and disappear. She doesn't know what you're up to, and sometimes she will think about you and be like, I really want to hear from this guy, it's been long that I haven't heard from him, or something like that, and then she will reach to you by herself. So the sixth and final thing in this video is always leave her wanting. Leave at the right time. Do not stay until the bitter end, whether that's on a date or on a party. Do not try to ride out and fall under the mistake that the longer you stay talking to this person, the better it gets. Always end the call before her. If you're the last person to leave the party, you didn't somehow win the party, if you understand what I mean. So at a reasonable time, just stop and go home. Don't try to make it to the end of the date or drag on forever unless both of you are really into it. But even then, I still think that you should end the date or call it quits before you both get exhausted, or before you have to go to the work the next day, or before maybe probably you guys sleep off. Really, this is not a mind game. This is a strategy for how you interact with other people. There is an important distinction here. I'm not saying you should choose to leave them wanting more as a way of tricking them or manipulating them into thinking about you. I'm just saying that you should leave them wanting more because it sets you up for the next date. If you burn them out, they are not going to want to take it to the next level, and they're probably not going to want to see you again if they are tired of you. So you just want to leave them at a point before they actually get tired of staying with you. You will never catch me at the tail end of a party or even a date. Nothing good ever happens at the tail end of a party anyways, because everyone has had too much fun, too much to drink, and they start having conversations that they didn't mean to, and they also start saying stuff that they would probably regret. So just leave before it gets to that point, especially early on in your relationship. Leave them with a little taste, leave them with a little touch of hunger to want to see you again. So after doing all these things and you're still not sure about how to get her to be crazy over you, check out my video on the top 4 rules of texting. You are mostly going to be texting her anyway, so you need to level up your texting game so that you'll be getting 3 times more dates than before. The video is linked somewhere around there, so make sure to click on it and watch it. Thank you for watching.